Hello and welcome back to more Persona 5 Royal, where last time we finally got to witness the comeuppance that Kamoshida so desperately deserved. He confessed his sins to all the world, the truth has been exposed, and everybody has been avenged. Everyone he's ever wronged has been avenged. So now, we can move on with the rest of the game. Now that we've overcome the major boss, we can figure out what the main conflict of this game is actually going to be, because that was boss 1, everyone. We still got a whole lot more to go, apparently. So we'll see how this shakes out. Anyway, first thing this guy says to me when we wake up is, make sure to do the dishes. And a great morning to you as well.
Just do it. Don't get cocky with me.
What? Telling you yes, I will do the thing when I return from the school you tell me to go to every day. As in, yes, I acknowledge that I need to do the thing you've told me to do. I'm telling you when I mechanically have the time to do the thing. And you're like, cocky. He's like, oh my god. 1 step forward, 2 steps back.
Welcome.
Oh.
Am I interrupting something?
Hello there.
Not at all.
How do you do, Miss, Back to the Future?
The cause of the runaway train incident in the subway the other day still has not been found. Police are hurrying to solve the matter as it may relate to the rise in psychotic breakdown incidents.
Oh, is that the thing everyone's been talking about?
Doesn't it make you curious? People who were living normal lives suddenly went mad or deranged out of the blue. Not to mention that it's happening one after another. Could they really be coincidental?
Leaving that aside, what do you have?
I'll have the house blend, please. Are you a part-timer? I'm surprised this place can afford one.
It can't.
No, not exactly.
Are you a high school student? Where do you attend?
Why is that any of your business? Yeah, like, literally this. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I know we have a reason to not be a big fan of her right now because we know we have the meta-knowledge of that she kind of is standing against us in the future. But I'm sorry. If I was, like let's say I was Joker right now, okay? Let's say that I was living here as a transfer student and, you know, he was gracious enough to let me stay with him. And then this random person just waltzes into the store as I'm ready to leave to go to school and turns to me and says, "Hey, are you a high school student? Tell me, what school do you attend?" I'm gonna say, "Tom, that's none of your business." Like, I wouldn't be so, like, directly rude as to say it that way, but I would say, sorry, I don't think that's any of your business to ask me about, or something like that, because it's really just not. I don't, especially given what we just overcame with Kamoshida, like, not super trusting of people in this world right now, gotta say, especially when you ask those types of questions to me.
It's Shujin Academy.
Yeah.
Oh, someone I know goes there as well.
I get the feeling if a suspected serial killer walked into the room, and then he's like, "Hey, where do you live, Buster?" And then I said, "That's none of your business." And so Drew would just be like, "Oh, he's just joshing ya," or "Show your manners, Joker. He lives at this address." It's like, situational awareness 101, ladies and gentlemen.
I've heard that things are rough right now.
Now that you know where I go there, they're gonna get a lot rougher, I'm guessing.
A teacher named Kamoshida confessed his crimes like he was a completely different person, supposedly. And it happened all of a sudden one day. Can a person's mental state change so easily? Is my drink ready yet?
What? No, because you've been sitting here chatting up don't like her. I'll just be blunt. I don't like her at all. Like, not even a smidge. You come in, you order a drink, then immediately afterwards, you start asking questions to the only person working here.
The day we turn in that medal for cash.
I saw another cat there for a second. Is Morgana gonna make a cat friend today? I don't know. But she comes in, let's review the timeline events, okay? So she comes in, orders a drink, and then immediately after that, the news comes on about the train crashes, and then she starts berating both him and me with questions about the freaking train, well, I mean, him with train wreck questions, and then me with, "What school do you go to, kid?" questions, which is just no. So, then you combine those two things together, meaning that neither of us had any time to do anything for her because we were chatting up a storm the whole time, and she's like, "My god, where's my drink? Where's my drink? Hey, can I see a manager? I haven't got my drink yet." It's like, oh my god, you're just terrible. Hey buddy, we got a medal for you. Since you're the only person I can think of that would actually be willing to buy this. I mean, I doubt anyone else in the world would be willing to just buy a random medal. This thing's creepy over here, by the way. Anyway, Hey, you. Yeah, I want you to buy this. Why do we have this? We don't buy fake or stolen goods here, kid. Well,
Hey.
I mean, technically, it just so what happened is I woke up in this world and it appeared in my hand. That's not technically a lie. Technically speaking, in this world, we've stolen nothing. I'm just not going to ask where you got this house. There than the end. That sounds great. Sure. That's what it is then. I probably could have negotiated more out of him, but you know what? We didn't need to. That's way more than enough for the time being. I'll happily accept that amount. It's almost time. Almost time for... Take this with you. It's a thanks to selling me the medal. But best not to open it. Just bring it with you next time you come back here. That's a little weird. Don't worry about it. What? Something illegal that you need me to hide. Okay, got it. Well, so, question. What was your plan if I didn't show up before these guys came to investigate you? Moon, why, yes. There were some matters I'd like to discuss with you today. Go, kid. I feel like they might question that. I don't know. Do you know why we're here? I don't know, looking for evidence? You tell me, Mr. Detective. Watch your attitude. Well, you guys gonna search me? Go on, do what you gotta do. What was that? An upstanding citizen is supposed to cooperate with the cops, right? You sure that lead is legitimate? Could have sworn it was. Can you hurry up? I got a business to run here. Hey, you. Yeah, what's in the bag, huh? Yeah, that's exactly what would happen here. That kid's just a regular old customer. You can check the tapes, so that'll convince you. They'll show everything that's gone down here today. I don't want to be here when the detectives see the footage of me with that gold medal. I should leave. They'll still... Yeah, I don't want to be here when they see the tape of me handling a stolen good. As if that's going to stop them from finding you when they know you have a stolen good. Show us what's in the bag. I mean, they can't... So the thing is, they should ask... Like, I'm glad they actually show them being inquisitive about this, because they should be inquisitive about this. But... I don't know that they would have probable cause in the situation to actually be allowed to look in the bag, because for all they know, that was just a completely legitimate business transaction that went down here. So I don't really think they have probable cause to do this. So buzz off, buddy. I said, show it to me. You're talking to a kid, remember? Besides, you're not the one we're here to see. That's right, Mr. Detective. Maybe next time try not harassing my customers. See how that goes.
See ya.
Safe trip home, kid. So, they didn't have, like, they
Detectives doing there?
take a shot in the dark.
Importantly, aren't you curious about what's in the bag?
Of course, I'm curious to the specifics, but I think we can take a pretty reasonable guess in terms of what would be in the bag. Just like, seeing as he works at, you know, a gun shop, I'm gonna take a guess and say it's probably a gun in the bag. Probably an illegal gun, by which I mean something that he should not have, or something that was used in a heinous crime that would be evidence of something. Either way, we probably don't want this, but I am curious to see where it takes us, so I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens next. More importantly, maybe a little, but the crazy man told us not to look.
Come on, let's open it up.
Yes, let's do it. Yeah, okay, thank God. I thought they were gonna actually make us wait.
Real gun? Wait, I think it's just a model.
What? The gun shop owner gave us a gun? Man, who could have seen that coming?
It's incredible, though. Miles ahead of the one Ryuji had. There's something weird about that place. Hey, I just had a great idea. We should totally buy this gun from him later.
Or we could not. That's a great idea, too.
It's perfect.
I'll pass,
Something
thanks.
This real-looking would work wonders in the metaverse. Anyway, he told you to bring it back the next time you came, right? You should try striking a deal with him when we go to return it.
Alright then. You know, Sojiro's also probably going to ask us about this paper bag when we get home. I doubt we'll be able to make it through the doors without... Oh, I guess we did. Never mind. An's calling me.
Oh, hello, it's me. I saw the news. You know, about Kamoshida.
I never understood why people say it's me on the phone. It's like, I saw the caller ID. I know who it is. I mean, I guess if you're calling... like, if you're calling on a different phone, and obviously the person you're calling wouldn't have caller ID for it, like maybe your phone said you have to borrow a friend's phone or something like that, then obviously it makes sense to say, hey, it's me. But, like, I have your number, you have my number, I know who's calling, you know who you're calling. no need to say it's me. It's cool. I know it's you.
It's getting a lot of coverage. I'm still not sure about that. The reaction's been bigger than what I was expecting. I guess I'm just surprised.
I don't know, I feel like we all could have seen this coming. A guy who's legendary Olympic athlete, multiple-time championship winner for the school, probably was gonna be a big scandal.
I don't think we did anything wrong, though. I wonder if we helped those people speak up about it.
I'm sure we did.
That's pretty amazing, huh? I didn't think we'd actually be able to do it. And yet, look at us now. This calls for a celebration. Let's meet in front of Shibuya Station at noon tomorrow. Don't be late. Oh, and did you pawn off that medal? You didn't forget, right?
I remembered, yeah.
Good to hear. I already made reservations. You should be really excited about the place I chose, by the way. I'm sure everyone's gonna love it.
I still feel like we should wait for Shiho, if it's a place that she wanted to go with you.
Ah, a restaurant of Lady Ann's choosing. Finally, a decent meal. Hey, what do you think we're gonna be eating?
I have no idea.
Ooh, tuna, sea urchin, and maybe even salmon roe. In any case, I'm surely looking forward to it.
What the hell? Okay. Remember, Morgana's the one telling us that he's not a cat. Just keep that in mind. Not a cat. Nope. Definitely not. Like, if you want us to believe you're not actually a cat, maybe start by not making obvious cat noises. Let's start there. Finally having that celebration tomorrow. I can't wait. So it occurs to me that we can craft things other than lockpicks like this, which totally allows us. That's useless. Calms enemies' nerves, lowering. That could be useful. That could be good, actually. Let's get. We'll do. Do you want to make 2 of the calming aromas? Sure. Why not? I feel like they could be helpful if we ever get ourselves in a sticky situation.
Yes.
Definitely getting better. I can tell if I'm watching you. All right. Neato. Point up.
Well then.
I don't know if we'll actually be able to use. I mean, well, obviously we'll be able to use it. I don't know if we'll get use out of them, but hopefully we will. All right. Okay, that's a giant hit. Wow. Did we need the giant table?
No wonder Lady Ann chose this place.
Do we have the funds for this giant table?
Of course it's good. This is a famous hotel after all.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I heard that the police are coming to interview some people at school.
That's troublesome.
Our names are gonna come up for sure. People are spreading all sorts of rumors about us in Kamoshida. But we got him pumped up. I keep hearing stuff like, the Phantom Thieves really stole his heart. I think most people don't believe it, but some of them actually seem grateful.
You know, with no context, saying, or I guess with selective context, the phrase, I stole Kamoshida's heart, doesn't sound all that benevolent if you don't know the full context.
Look at this.
The Phantom Officiant.
Sorry, I can't look at it because it's halfway across the goddamn world. Maybe if we were at a smaller table, I'd be able to read it, but sadly, I cannot.
Well done, Phantom Thieves. Now I can keep going too. Thank you for giving us hope.
Pretty cool, huh?
I was just desperate to deal with my own problems, but seeing people saying all this feels...
Yeah.
Also, we have those couch-style seats can fit 2, maybe 3 people. And so we're also each person sitting at one, which makes sense, I guess. But then you have 2 empty chairs on the other side, and the cat's just like, nah, I'll stay over here. I don't want my own chair. It's like, this is insane. This is wow.
Hey, what do we do now?
We planning on eating, I guess.
Well, of course I'm gonna eat, but...
This place has a time limit!
Oh, crap.
It has a what?
We only got an hour to eat.
What?
Just 50 minutes left.
What?
I'm not gonna finish all the beef dishes at this pace.
That's okay. I have never in my life been at a restaurant that forces. I have been the last, like, I've when I was a kid, I was at restaurants with my family. We were where we were the last table in there in the restaurant. Obviously, they wouldn't. I mean, I'm sure that if we'd stayed there until like 4 in the morning or something, that they probably would have been like, all right, you need to leave. But we've been at places an hour, leading up to like an hour, maybe at most 2 hours after closing, just finishing up or just talking or whatever. So restaurants typically aren't also, I'm honestly not that, like, I don't really go to restaurants all that much anymore. Occasionally I will, just to go to grab lunch with friends or whatever. But in terms of actually going out to eat at extended, lengthy meals at places, I don't really do that anymore for obvious reasons. So, but back when I did, one of the things that I don't like to take a long time with meals. I like to usually, unless I'm with friends, I'd like to kind of just get in, get out kind of thing. I don't like to linger because there's things that I want to do, as in work to get done, things I want to do with my life, rather than just sitting around a restaurant eating. However, the inverse of that is that don't rush me through my meal. If I'm at a restaurant and the servers or the waiters are like going Mach speed, and like if I had ordered appetizers and I'm not even finished eating my appetizer when the entree comes out, no, I don't want to be rushed through my meal. So, I mean, I guess I can understand mechanically why a restaurant would want to do that, because it's like, obviously, the faster a person completes their meal, the faster they can turn the table around, and the more profit they can make in a given day. I understand why they'd want to do that, but there's a reason why they don't, because no one would want to eat at a place like that. And the thing is, I'm not even sure that in recent memory that I've actually had a meal with a friend at a restaurant that lasted more than an hour, maybe maximum an hour and a half. But even, the point being, a restaurant with a time limit, I don't know about that. Like, what happens if the food, riddle me this, what happens if the food comes out bad? What happens if you have allergies and the waiter doesn't hear you properly, or the chef doesn't understand, and like you say, hey, so I'm allergic to dairy, so please bring this without cheese. And they say, okay, and then they bring out a plate lathered in cheese. Because that happened to me one time, when Forget Forgot 45 and I went to prom in high school. We went out to dinner, and when we were at dinner, I said, hey, I'm allergic to dairy, so, you know, just no additional seasoning, no anything, just a straight, like, plain piece of chicken. And they said, okay, a plain piece of chicken, and they brought out later, and it was doused in cheese. Like, how did that happen, exactly? I don't understand. At what point in the telephone game did plain piece of chicken turn into douse it with cheese, please? So I don't know how that happened, but the point being, what if that happens? What if something like that happens, or the food comes out bad, or if you order a steak and it's way overcooked or something? Can you extend the hour, or is that factored into the time limit you have? Okay, that's interesting.
I need to eat my way through the entire dessert menu.
This is why you don't. It's the fear of missing out of freaking restaurants. Oh my god.
Oh man, God melts in my mouth.
Seriously? Only meat?
Now, where should I start?
And she's all about the cake.
So happy.
Hey, calories.
Okay, seriously, where do we have the money for this place? Where do we get that from?
Shut up.
Because I wasted all my money on freaking healing supplies and improved weaponry and all that for our mission into the palace. So where the hell do we get the money to be able to afford this place?
How much do you think one of these costs? I'll never get the chance to do this again.
I don't know how we have the chance to do it once.
The Wilton Hotel Cake Buffet. I'd heard rumors, but I never thought it'd be so amazing.
And where's our share?
I didn't really know what you'd want, so I just grabbed you some beans.
Beans?
There were some pretty bizarre things there too, so we got you a variety of those.
Sorry, but let's rewind a bit. Were it not for me, if I didn't come to this school, you two wouldn't be here right now, because you never would have found a means through which to go to the metaverse, and therefore would not have found the means to bring down Kamoshida, and therefore would not have had the means to come to this. Okay.
Fried bananas, preserved
But sure,
eggs, and
screw over the guy that got you here, I guess.
More beans?
we put so much on the got all mixed up. But it should probably still taste good.
This is just plain grotesque. Let's go. These two just don't know what fine dining means. We'll show them.
Said the cat. What?
Don't worry about the details. You guys watch our things while we're gone. Wait patiently for our return.
What?
Oh, it's like a meaty explosion in my mouth.
Oh, this part's cream cheese.
Oh my god.
They're not even listening. As I'd expect from the buffet at a top-class hotel, the ingredients and variety of dishes are crazy good. There's a reason it costs 8,000 yen. They have a lot here, but fish should come first. Let's fill our plate with all sorts of fish. Which table do you think they're at?
The cat wants to... Okay. We gotta get some fish! Alright! Welcome to Gourmet Chef Simulator, or Buffet Simulator, where our current mission is to go find some fish for the cat. Great. This is the game. This is...
Oh, look! There's the fish!
Oh. This is the game.
I'd prefer it raw, but grilled is great too.
But remember, he's not a cat.
Have you heard, my dear? The news about that Kamoshida fellow was absolutely dreadful.
It was absolutely dreadful, my dear.
Oh, right. That teacher at Shujin Academy, caught doing such indecent acts. Shameful, really.
Hold on a sec.
And they still haven't managed to solve those horrible psychotic breakdown episodes, have they? Oh, I wish they wouldn't let themselves be distracted by such a tawdry scandal. Perhaps it's a sign of how peaceful this country is. I honestly pity those poor Shujin students, though.
It sounds like the Kamoshida incident is the talk of the town.
I don't know why it wouldn't be the talk of the town.
Shoot, they noticed you. Just grab some food and act natural. On the plus side, we'll get to eat the
Yeah,
food later.
act natural with the cat sticking out of your backpack. Leering over all the food.
How did a child like this end up in here? I certainly hope he didn't bring friends. I prefer my meals to remain hooligan-free. Thank you very much.
You know what the best part about eating at a restaurant is that you have your own table, meaning that your experience will not be affected by another person's existence. I know, it's crazy.
Come, let us go.
It's crazy how that works.
What about kids coming to enjoy a buffet? I wonder how the other people here are reacting to the news. Let's get some more food and listen in. Maybe there are more people we can eavesdrop on at other tables.
That's the... Is that the mission? Eavesdrop? Oh, I guess that's the mission. Okay.
Oh, up close it looks even bigger and more delicious. This giant sweet.
At this point, I'm expecting there to be a mission where you just, like, go to the gas station and just fill up your... honestly, at this point, a mission where you just fill up your car with gas, or maybe go get a haircut and you have to sit there while they cut your hair. Anything can happen at this point.
I got distracted.
Maybe paint the house.
Already all over the internet. You know, the story about how Kamoshida got his ass kicked by some world-reforming heroes.
It doesn't sound like a serious story to me. Some of the details are pretty far-fetched.
Don't worry about it. We just have to do what they tell us to do.
We have IT company president and reliable woman.
It's all rumors made up by school kids anyway. If it's gripping news, who cares if it's not true?
So they don't believe themselves. But they're making up stories to make the Phantom Thieves seem real. And they're doing this in front of the actual Phantom Thieves. Whoa, act fast and get some food! And make sure it's got a lot of whipped cream!
Wouldn't you be more confused by the cat being here than the fact that the kid... I don't even know that you'd be able to look at Joker and be like, ah, yes, a child, obviously. I feel like you'd be more distracted by the cat.
Nothing. I thought some weird kid was looking at us, that's all.
Or I guess maybe everyone just looks at someone, if they're younger than you, then by default the assumption is to call them a kid. I don't know.
It's almost time for the meeting.
Well, that was rude. Did you hear him? He said you were weird. I wonder how the other people here are reacting to the news. Let's get some more food and listen in.
I mean, of all the insults, weird has got to be the lamest ones. Like, you're weird. Okay, cool. We're all weird in our own little way. I don't really... That's like, you come up with better material, please. Okay, so now we gotta get rice dishes and meat. Here we go. This...
Incredible! It's the cornerstone of every great meal.
So, like, I was never a big fan of buffets even before the pandemic struck. But now, you'll never see me go to a buffet ever again. Like, being at a restaurant is risky enough, but buffets, like, oof, that's a whole other deal.
Sorry, I got a bit carried away there.
So the ratings for the news were really that good? It was because it was about that teacher who sexually harassed his student, huh? Was it Kamoshida?
It's all about how you frame it. You've got to cater to the idiotic public. Ratings go up when you show them crude, sensational news and make it easy for them to understand.
How can he be so insensitive? A student almost killed herself because of that Kamoshida.
It's insensitive, yes, but it's also incredibly accurate to a lot of stations nowadays where they just over-sensationalize literally everything. Now, to be clear, what Kamoshida did is horrible and awful and terrible, and there's no question about it. Like, there's no room for doubt in saying that Kamoshida is a terrible, horrible scumbag of a human being. But the guy who said that, it's like, that's the idea of news stations over-sensationalizing things. Yep, that's spot on.
By the way, do you think these sudden changes of heart might be real?
Well, that's...
Gotta get them clicks in. Gotta get those clickbait headlines in there.
Quick, grab some food. Oh, and don't forget the crispy bits.
So, because he had a sudden change of heart, he just confessed to all this crime?
Who knows? Sorry, but it's time. I have to go. I'll call you again after the meeting.
A sudden change of heart, huh? I suppose I can't blame him for seeing it that way. I wonder how the other people here are reacting to the news. Let's get some more food and listen in.
Like, I feel like I'm playing Overcooked, but in the style of an open world game where because obviously Overcooked is an awesome party game where you get to, like, cook food and serve it, and you pick up the plates and do that. I feel like I'm doing that, except in a buffet in this style game. Okay, so are there more? I can't go over this way. Desserts here, fish is here, salads there. Where's the meat? I'm missing. Clearly, I'm missing something. Oh, it's literally right here.
Meat! I'm no Ryuji, but a meal is just not the same if you don't have it. I got distracted.
When you really look at it, he's just an ex-athlete who overestimated himself. He should have just accepted his lot in life and quietly done his job as a teacher. It's not even an incident we can take seriously. The whole story is pretty ridiculous. We should probably look into it. But we can also just let the low-ranking scrubs handle it.
Look into? I guess they're investigating Kamoshida? They don't sound very enthusiastic about it, though. Yeah, grab some food!
Yeah, maybe shut your mouth next time so we can...
Get the part that's not too fatty.
This cat, I swear to God, maybe...
We don't want to keep them waiting, so we better get going too.
Everyone's going to this meet. Everyone has their own little meeting.
The higher ups. Well, I'm sure it's more important than lunch.
They were dressed quite well, but they still looked pretty shady to me.
Everyone in this buffet has been shady so far as I'm concerned.
Don't think there's anyone else we can listen in on, but it's shocking. So many of the adults here don't seem like nice people. Now, according to what we heard, it seems most adults aren't very interested in the news about Kamoshida. Well, now that we've got a nice variety of food on our plates, let's head back to the others.
And when we get back, they're gonna ask, what the hell took you so long to get your damn food?
You brought a ton back. What do you think about coming up against such ritzy food?
I just want to eat, I guess.
I was thinking that too, but take a bite. Using better ingredients makes stuff taste way different.
Look at you, acting like you have a refined palate all of a sudden.
Don't you think you're eating too much, Mona?
There's no knowing when we'll get to come here again.
You're a cat.
Sure, but you guys brought back loads of food. It'd be a shame to let it all go to waste.
Your digestive system is not prepared to handle this
Why don't
stuff.
you help them out, Ryuji?
Especially at this quantity.
Oh, we should both help.
Oh, me? I'm way too stuffed. I couldn't possibly help.
My god.
Yeah, stuffing your face with cake. Whatever, let's deal with this ourselves.
It feels like no matter how much we eat, the amount of food we have stays the same.
There's still more?
Don't give up. Let's keep at it.
You know,
We did it.
eating just to finish what's on your plate kind of defeats the the purpose of eating would be to fill your stomach because you're hungry and you want to not be hungry anymore. Now, obviously, it helps that what you're consuming is delectable to your taste buds in the process. But when you get to the point where you do not want to eat anymore because your stomach is full, kind of defeats the purpose of eating when you just keep shoving it down your throat anyway.
Oh yeah. This is a victory for all of us.
Is that what you call this? A victory? Is this
We won because we did it.
I look around at us, right? I don't know that I'd call this a win.
Good job, you guys. How about one last dish to
No more food! No more food! We've cleaned out their entire supply of food until this point.
recommend the seasonal tart.
No!
It has both alluring
No more food!
Stop. I don't want to hear about sour stuff.
We're gonna throw up if we eat anything else. We've emptied out their entire supply of food.
This isn't good. I gotta go to the bathroom.
I told you, I don't know why you...
Me too. Please, carry me gently.
You're a cat! We don't need to go to the goddamn... I swear this would be why you do not... This is why you don't overstuff your... Oh my god.
Come now, pay them no attention. I'm sure they must not normally have the chance to eat such exquisite food.
I can only imagine what their parents must be like.
Oh, shut up.
What was that?
No, god damn it. Oh no.
We don't got time for that. Come on, let's go.
People in this world just suck.
I'm stuffed.
Yeah, maybe you shouldn't have asked me to take everything that they had available at the buffet.
I totally panicked when I saw the closed for cleaning sign at the bathrooms.
You were talking big about eating until you puked, but you really did puke. Are you some kind of moron?
Hey, same goes for you. What floor was that restaurant on?
We came up to get here, so it has to be on a lower floor, right?
Excuse me?
What the? There's still no update on the case.
Not yet. Excuse me, but why are you so involved? It's not something you should be concerned with.
I don't care about your opinion, you incompetent buffoon. When I say pick up the pace, you do it.
Hey, you're cutting in line.
What do you want?
Ryuji, it's an elevator. There's no line for an elevator. We're all gonna funnel into this. The elevator's gonna have enough room for everybody that's in front of it right now. Cool your jets, buddy. Like, yeah, you shouldn't have bundled into us like he was a football player tackling us out of the way, but I mean, it's not like it's the end of the world. We're all still gonna get on the damn elevator. I guess I don't really have a stake in this one, honestly. I mean, well, if I had the choice, I would just say, like, it's not like it's not like it's not like the elevator was open and we were only there was only room for there was only room for 2 more people, and then 2 other people shoved us out of the way so that they could be the ones to get on the elevator. It's like, no, the elevator's not even here yet, so don't know what all the fuss is about.
Oh, I'm sorry. So you can butt in front of other people if you're in a hurry?
Like, again, obviously you shouldn't have literally shoved us out of the way to get to the elevator. That's a dick move. Obviously, you don't do that. But the simple act of just being here, like, nothing changed in the grand scheme of things as a result of what happened here. I feel like Ryuji might be blowing this one a little bit out of proportion.
It seems the customer base has changed since I was here last. Have they started a daycare?
But just because that fact is true, of which I just said, does not mean you get to be an asshole to us, Mr. Distinguished Man.
What?
Sir, we don't have time for this.
I know.
I think you have as much time as as until the elevator comes up, which has not happened yet. So I think you are perfectly fine on time. Okay.
Don't bother with him. What the hell was with that bossy guy?
So if you were just limited it to stepping in front of us, then it'd be like, all right, nothing happened. If you limited it to shoving him out of the way, that'd be like, all right, you're a dick, but you still nothing really all that abhorrent has happened. Then you go, now you've stepped 15 feet over the line, and you've punched him across the room. Now it's like, everyone just sucks in this world.
Shouldn't we head back down?
No, we're waiting for the next elevator.
That dick really pissed me off. He wasn't even hiding the fact that he looks down on everyone.
Don't lose your temper over this.
I just can't forgive shitty adults like that.
So, like, he's correct, as in, like, he was terrible. Well, I mean, he started off as like, alright, that's, maybe don't do that, but then by the end, he just transformed into a complete, total asshole. So, he's correct in saying you should not do those things, and that's crappy things to do. But if you let every single person in the world who does something crappy to you consume you, you're never gonna get anywhere, because that's just the world for you. So, you just gotta learn to, I guess, roll with the punches kind of thing, because people are dicks, and, you know, it's just like, you learn to roll with the punches at some point, because you're never gonna, you can't stop it all. Oh!
What's wrong?
Oh, wait a minute. So, might have to rescind everything I just said, right? So, the whole rant that this went on was all about how, yeah, you were a dick, but, like, nothing really significant changed. Now, I've changed you, oh! You were that guy from the beginning of the game. Oh! So you're just like an actual grade A dipshit. Oh. So we need to, like, delete you from, can we delete him from the metaverse? I think he should be our next target to delete from the metaverse.
You not feeling good?
He almost never eats well after all. Plus, I'm always stuck eating canned cat food.
Morgana, you... you're a cat. Cats are not supposed to be eating the things we just ate. Also, to clarify from earlier, I'm not saying that if someone is like harassing you or abusing you, that you should just let it go and let it roll off your back. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, like, obviously, if it's someone who you know and who's repeatedly, continually harassing you and abusing you, and it's like an active hindrance to your life, then obviously you do something about that. You speak up about it. You stand up to it. Obviously, that's something that you need to combat. But if you're just like walking down the street and some asshole walks up to you and says, "So what's up, butthead?" It's like, yeah, that guy's a dick, but there's dicks all over the world, so you're not really gonna be able to, like, there's no point getting into a screaming match with that random dude that just call you a butthead. You know what I mean? Hopefully I made myself clear, but I want to make it clear there's a distinction between me saying, between basically what I mean when I say gotta learn to roll with the punches is like, if you just bump into someone in your day-to-day and they're an asshole, it's like, all right, there's people all over the world like that. But if someone's actually continually harassing you, then obviously you stand up against that. Just want to make clear that there is a distinction between those two things, in case there was any room for misinterpretation as to what I was saying there. Anyway, so that dude might be the guy from the beginning of the game. Okay, so I guess you might have a little bit of an inkling as to where the rest of the story's gonna go then, whatever that guy's up to. Jesus.
Bullshit makes me sick. Damn it.
What took you so long?
Why are you all pissy?
Sorry. I had a run-in with some woman a second ago.
I don't think she was that angry. I think I feel like I would have said the same thing. Like, if we had to go on an adventure up 13 floors or whatever to go to a bathroom, and then got stalled by that asswad on the way back down the elevator, and then had to wait for a second elevator because we let them have their own little cubicle of torture in the elevator while we waited for the nice elevator to come up. I feel like if I were on at the table and I watched them come back after going through all that, I'd be like, what the hell took you guys so long? And, like, I wouldn't be angry about it. I'd just be confused kind of thing. So I don't think what she said was all that aggressive.
She bumped into me, but then said it was all my fault when she dropped her plate.
And that's just people for you.
Bitch.
Yeah. Thanks, though. But the restaurant workers all looked at me with this disapproving expression. I wonder if we're out of place here.
You can't, it's a buffet that's open to the public. We're not, just because it's usually stuck-up rich people that go here, doesn't make us out of place. It's open to everyone, and everyone should be allowed to be here. We're not out of place at all. And if people think that we are, if people are made uncomfortable by the fact that we're here just because it's typically looked at as a place for stuck-up rich people, I don't really give a shit because it's open for everyone. So suck it up and deal with it, bucko. Anyway.
Hey, Morgana.
What is it?
Anyone could have a palace, yeah?
Anyone with a strong, distorted desire.
Same for them having a change of heart if their treasure gets stolen?
That would be the case.
Why are you bringing this up all of a sudden?
We had trouble earlier, too. These selfish shitheads who just look down on everyone else.
Okay, we're not gonna go around tearing down the palaces of every asshole who we run into in our lives, because if we had to do that, we'd never get a day to rest. Literally every day in our lives, we'd be like, oh, we bumped into yet another asshole. Well, guess we gotta take their heart. Then let's go back to the metaverse for another day in a row. It's like we never get to live a normal life, because that'd just be every goddamn
I
day.
was wondering if we'd be able to change those kinds of people, too.
You mean, you want to continue as the Phantom Thieves?
I've been thinking, we put a lot of work into changing Kamoshida's heart, but nobody believes in the Phantom Thieves. Plus, those guys who had no other choice but to just deal with it are thanking us. Us, of all people.
I agree. If we ignore people who are in trouble, I'd go back to being the same as I was before.
Well, that's true. You're under my tutelage. There's nothing we can't accomplish as Phantom Thieves.
Except eating the appropriate amount of food, apparently. That you are a colossal failure at. I didn't even think of such a possibility, but it's true that with this power, we may be able to help people.
But that means we'll have to fight shadows again, doesn't it?
Hey, look, if people are suffering and there's wrongs to be made right, I'm willing to do that. Let's do it.
Indeed. That can't be avoided.
I'm sure we'll manage.
But we're not gonna go, like, I'm sure we'll have to fight that guy's palace at some point, but we're not gonna go around and tear down the palaces of everyone just because they're mean to us, right? Like, that's not, we're never gonna get a break if that's our bar for tearing down palaces.
Even if you guys are still just fledglings, this means we're an actual organization now.
Fledglings? That's actually pretty fitting for us.
Alright, it's settled. We're gonna catch all these shitty adults by surprise and make ourselves known to the world.
Are you okay being our leader?
Sure.
No objections here? I can't handle all that responsibility stuff.
Where's my say in this? But Lady An made the recommendation, so I'll allow it.
Well, should we decide on a name for our group? I just went with Phantom Thieves of Hearts last time, but don't you think a real name would be cooler?
Ooh, I've got it. I want it to be something both cute and luxurious sounding.
I got news for you. If people are already calling you the Phantom Thieves, it's gonna be hard to change. Like, for instance, if Investigations 2 ever gets localized, I'm gonna have a hard time convincing people that Raymond Shields' name is anything other than that. It's just probably not gonna happen. So, you probably are better off just rolling with the Phantom Thieves name, because I doubt you'll ever get anyone to convince you that your team name is something else.
How about the Diamonds?
Getting the real Little League Baseball feel from it.
Well then, here's my suggestion. How about Tilefish Poêlée?
What?
That's what I ate earlier. It's commemorative, no?
Hell no, you idiot. You decide for us.
Your team name may be oh, wait, we can actually name ourselves? Oh, God. Oh, dear God almighty. Okay, we can actually name ourselves? I did not see that coming. I did not see that coming. I thought that they would name it for us, or I thought that it would just give us a list of selections. I did not think we were gonna get, okay. Huh. So, I was not prepared for this at all. Okay, let's start with, how many letters, okay, we can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, I've been sat here for an unacceptably long time thinking about what I want this to be, because this is gonna be, like, this is gonna be the thing, this is gonna be our name, and my gut instinct was to fully embrace the meme and call ourselves the Tea Magicians or something like that. But that's longer than 12. We need something that's in 12 characters, and unfortunately, the Tea Magicians, or even just the Magicians, I'd have to cut out the space between the and Magicians to actually get that. So, what I think I'm gonna go with instead, and I wish this was at the end of the episode, so I didn't have to make this decision mid-video. We're gonna go with, assuming I counted correctly, which I think, yeah, I counted correctly. We're gonna go with this. And, yeah, there we go. Justice Aces. Let's do it, why not? I'm not gonna get any better ideas sitting here, so we're gonna stick with that and commit to it. I'm sure I don't need to explain the significance of that name, but, yeah, that's not bad at all.
A good name. For a rookie.
We're all rookies. Yep, let's do it. Phantom Thieves assemble.
Who's our next target?
There are tons of rotten adults and all. Why not just stick to targeting big names? Yeah, something along those lines. If we go after some bigwig, it's gotta get on the news, right?
Not sure that would be the point of why we're doing this, but, you know.
Don't you think more people would believe in us if we did that?
That's not a bad idea. For you, Ryuji.
Backhanded compliments are that's just your thing. We should nickname you Backhand.
True. If we become better known, we might be able to give courage to a lot more people.
By the way, I find it I'm very thankful that the word they've chosen to commit to in terms of what we give to people is courage and not something else that you can probably imagine for yourselves.
I don't really like the idea of just picking someone out of the blue, though.
Let's narrow it down to someone we can all agree on then.
So we need a bigwig we decide on unanimously.
I like that unanimous decision part. It's like we're making some kind of pact.
No, it means we're making a unanimous decision.
Now then, this is the official formation of the Phantom Thieves organization.
Oh no! Our time for the buffet ran out.
I guess we'll just have to talk more tomorrow.
We've eaten enough food to last an entire year. I think it might be time to. So I say that, but I also don't think that they should kick us. Like the time limit for a restaurant meal is so dumb. Anyway, Back to the Future.
Another world in which people's distorted cognitions take shape, stealing treasure to change hearts.
I can take you there if you want and prove it to you.
And on top of that, a talking cat told you all this.
Yeah, bring in the cat.
Honestly speaking, that all sounds absurd. It's hard to believe that this is even worth listening to.
And yet you're here anyway.
Still, it can't be considered nonsense when parts of it align with Kamoshida's confession. The same goes for the testimonies of the officers who arrested you. But so be it. At any rate, you mentioned something more important. These two other accomplices, besides this talking cat thing that appeared in your story. From what you've been telling me, they're students at the same school, aren't they? Perhaps? Don't take me for a fool. Very well, I'll leave it at that. Let's continue on. The questioning's not over anyway. If you are making this up, the cracks in your story will prove it. The next to receive a calling card was this individual, a master of Japanese arts. Ichiryusai Madarame. It's even more incomprehensible than Kamoshida as to why this man was targeted.
Spoken as if Kamoshida is an incomprehensible target. I'm sorry, did you miss the part where he sexually harassed people and verbally abused people and physically abused people? What makes him incomprehensible as a target? Why? So she says it's even more incomprehensible, implying that it's already incomprehensible that Kamoshida would be.
Where did you come to know him? And how did you learn of his crimes when you weren't a victim of them?
A gentle reminder that I don't like this woman at all. In fact, I quite hate her.
Tell me what you all scheme.
She's actually terrible. The summary of the story up to this point has been updated. To read, yeah, alright. Alright, I'd say we're making some pretty good progress today. We spent all our money on the buffet. We officially established that money better not have been taken out of my pocket. That damn well. Okay, go. What? What is this? What is this? I call bullshit. I go all the way down to Central Street. I go all the way to the gun shop. I get myself wrapped up in some kind of international conspiracy, probably, with the freaking bag that he gave me. And I get 30,000 yen for it. And now, because of your dumbasses, I lose almost all of it because you wanted to stuff your bellies. Great. Awesome. Great job, guys. We knocked it out of the ballpark. You know, I literally just said that better not come out of my pocket, and what do you know? It came out of my pocket. Thanks, guys. You're the best. Awesome. How we can really help people. Curious about the Phantom Aficionado website, too. I wonder who made it. No clue. More importantly, did you see the survey on there? I don't know how I feel about it. There was this approval rating thing, but it was only like 6%. That's low. Yup. But don't you just want to get it higher than that? I bet it'll go tons if we keep taking down big targets. Pretty damn exciting if you try and think about it like that. You know, you're actually right. Well, let's keep working hard from this point on. You got it. Thieves' Den. The Thieves' Den has been unlocked. You can access the Thieves' Den from the triangle menu or from the title screen. At the Thieves' Den, you'll be able to do various activities such as view art, listen to music, or play card games. You may unlock more with the story progression stop by now and then. Alright then, Thieves' Den's been updated. We have a message from someone. So who's sending what now? Let me send the celebratory pic I took for today. Celebrating the founding of the Phantom Thieves. Ooh, please give me that thumbnail shot. Can I look at that in full screen, please? Maybe? Can I look? Can I? I'd like to get that image in full screen so I can make a thumbnail out of it. That'd be great. You can cool with all the celebrating anytime now. Wait, you took that while I was eating? Why didn't you tell me? Oh, what? So, one, yes, I should have told you, but also two, I feel like you probably would have noticed the giant camera. I did, you just never stopped eating. Anyway, it's our star as the Phantom Thieves. We're gonna take the world by storm, all the shitty adults in the world. Also, wait, that's not even true, because when we came back to the table after we got out the elevator, she wasn't eating, but this, well, okay. Alright. So, maybe I can get that image if I go to the Thieves' Den, because I want to make the thumbnail that image, but I would like to get that image in full screen so I don't have to crop it. Oh my god, what is this? This looks like, you know those family fun centers you went to when you were a kid? That's what this looks like. This looks like one of those, like, super neon, not really mall. I mean, I guess, oh my god, what the hell? Sure, why not? Boy in white has joined the battle, apparently. So, I guess think of maybe, like, it's in the style of Starcourt Mall and Stranger Things, but I'm not talking about mall. I'm talking more like actual, like, focused family fun centers, where you have like an arcade, you have maybe a mini bowling alley, maybe a roller skating rink, always a laser tag facility, things like that. That's what this kind of style reminds me of, almost one for one, those places I went to when I was a kid. Really messed that up. I can't believe I mixed up the gas and brake pedals. How did you get your license if that's what, how did you, okay. I need to fix this up. That ought to do it. Okay. So did you need something from me? Were you drawn here by... No, I was drawn here by the desire to get a thumbnail image. Can I get that? I guess you just got here too, huh? I can definitely understand not knowing what's going on, and don't worry. Look, I just want the thumbnail image. I won't waste your time. I'll just get in, get my screenshot, and get out. That's all I'm here for. None of this is what I'm looking for, and I doubt it'll be here either. Yeah, none of this. Nope. It's. Oh wait, maybe. Oh wait, maybe it'll be. Maybe it'll be in the special category. It will not be in the special category. Alright, this was a colossal waste of time. I guess I'll have to crop around that. Alright, it's fine. It's fine! I didn't, you know what? I didn't want to come to the Thieves' Den anyway. So there. Well, I wanted to get a full screen image for the thumbnail, but I guess that's not gonna happen. I honestly, I might not even end up using that for the thumbnail at that point. If I can't get the full screen image, I might just grab I mean, obviously you'll know watching the video whether I end up using that as a thumbnail or if I end up using just a screenshot from the buffet place. But if I can't get it full screen, I'll probably just use something from the buffet place. Anyway, I bought the Bionutrient, so let's actually use this so that it doesn't die on us. Because you don't want to overwater it, or over-nutrient it, I guess, but I also don't want to forget about it. Because I bought them for a reason. I want to keep it up. That should do it for a while. Alright, we'll make a note of that for the future. And I guess we still have time to do something. Because usually when you do something, like if you go craft tools or watch a movie, that'll take you straight to bed afterwards. But I can do this and one of these other things before I go to bed. So I guess we'll finish up the Wraith DVD before we go to bed. And then we'll return that tomorrow. Oh yeah, you rented something, right? Yes, I did. Let's finish it up. Reading books, watching movies, watching TV, and gathering food at a buffet. And the hits just keep on coming. It's just, yep, we know what it's about. So you finished watching Wraith, huh? Maybe you learned a thing too about kindness in watching this drama. Yeah, we watched a ghost story, and now we're a kinder person as a result. Makes sense? Starting to get late. Head to bed soon, alright? You got it. Oh, not again. You know, I was thinking earlier about how I was gonna say, I actually considered earlier saying, you know, it's nice that we don't have the freaking nightmare sequences anymore, and that we can just choose to come back here whenever we want. Nope! Still doing nightmare sequences.
To think our master would give words of praise.
You better treasure this moment, inmate.
You have encountered allies who share your ideals, and you have found your place in reality. The time has come. Your rehabilitation will soon begin. I shall explain it to you now. You have a special potential. However, that must be refined into a useful power. It is weak now, but refining it shall grant you the strength to stand against the coming ruin. That is the rehabilitation cast upon you. There are various means by which you may gain the power to resist the ruin. Fighting shadows and gaining experience is one way. The fusion process I taught you prior is another.
This is all possible because of our master's guidance, inmate.
Though it may be presumptuous of us, we have words of wisdom as well.
When you're out in reality, you better hone your relationships with those you have contracts with.
Spending time with those people will lead to the cultivation of your relationships with them.
If you've got time to waste, you'd better visit your contractors, inmate.
That is another source of power to evade the ruin that our master has mentioned.
Thanks to the contracts you formed, your heart is steadily gaining the power of opposition. It seems the rehabilitation is going well. This is a truly joyous occasion. I shall grant you an ability befitting of your newfound growth. Consider it a gift. May the devotion to your rehabilitation grow even deeper. I have high hopes for you.
Yeah, so of all the things in this game, this game is a blast so far. Just for everything it has to offer, from the RPG mechanics to the life simulator elements. For as much as I can't even believe that, like, we can rent movies and rent TV, watch movies in a theater and do all those things, and like go to a buffet as a part of a life simulator type thing. As much as it absolutely astounds me that those are things we can do in this game, it's a blast so far. But the one thing that I'm really not feeling is this weird nightmare sequence thing. I'm just not, like, whenever this pops up, I'm just like, ugh, let's just roll through and get to the back to the main game. This stuff is not, like, I get that we'll probably have to eventually come back here to actually merge personas or whatever, but whenever these nightmare sequences pop up, I'm just like, I'm not really feeling this. The confident ability power stock increases the number of percentage you can hold to 8. Well, luckily, we were not in danger of hitting the limit anytime soon, so...
Brief moments of rest. And don't forget to go talk to your contractor's inmate.
Forming a contract with confidence. Sometimes the person who you meet in town can become your confidant. If your goals align, you may be able to form a contract with them. As your relationship deepens, your rank with that confidant will increase. This will allow you to create even stronger personas. Do your best to find confidence and strengthen those relationships. Oh, that's neat. You can actually see the do you believe the broke-ass college student. Alright then.
Have you heard?
What about Big Bang Burger? The one on Central Street is holding a contest right now. The Big Bang Challenge or whatever. If you go at night, you can eat for only 500 yen. You gotta eat one of their giant burgers though, right? How can anyone actually finish that? I don't think you should... They can't force you to finish their burger. They got the money out of you. That's all they want. That's not... Okay. A huge burger, huh? Interesting. I bet giving that a go will increase your guts. That's... Okay. Sure. The guts of eating a big hamburger, I guess. You know, the bravest people in the world. Those who consume giant hamburgers. Oh, great. My favorite.
Instead, I'm supposed to give you some guidance.
My favorite.
The gist is, don't go around talking about the incident. That's all. The police are still investigating Mr. Kamoshida, so I can't say anything myself. As a teacher, though, I'm ashamed for not having noticed that a student was suffering like that. I'm not defending him, but as a colleague, he just seemed like, well, a normal person. Honestly, it still doesn't feel real. I guess people can have multiple sides to them.
The teachers have it rough, huh?
Oh yeah, I just remembered something I learned about psychology. They say that humans have several different personalities hidden in their subconscious.
Different personalities?
Oh, to be clear, I'm not talking about multiple personality disorder. These different personalities can be a different gender or a different age from you. I mean, if you think about how gods and monsters and myths were first based on the human image, if you actually saw one of those personalities with your own eyes, it might look like a monster. You all seem more alert than usual. Did I finally talk about something that interests you? Well, I'm just saying what I've heard. It feels like I just now understood what I learned long ago.
It feels like gaining that knowledge made me a bit smarter. Okay, thanks for the free stat points. I didn't do anything, but, you know, I'll take it. I'll happily accept the free points.
It ain't much, but we've been getting more postings on the Phantom Aficionado website. I want to make my friend apologize for not returning the stuff I lent him. Deal with that yourself.
Hey, those girls.
You know that Phantom Thieves rumor about stealing Kamoshida's heart? I wonder if it's true.
It's gotta be made up. Do you seriously believe they exist?
Long-haired student versus short-haired student.
But look what happened to Kamoshida. He probably just couldn't keep hiding it after that girl tried to kill herself.
Yeah, you might be right. I guess there's no way they really exist.
Most importantly, it seriously sucks that our school is gonna be known for stuff like this.
I wonder if it'll affect our college entrance.
That I don't think that would have any impact on anything. In fact, I think that might actually make them more sympathetic towards you. If the idea is like, oh, you came from that school, the school that had the sexually abusive rapist teacher? Oh, well, we don't want you. That doesn't track logically as a thing that a college representative would say. What I could see happening is a college representative saying, oh, you had to deal with that teacher while you were there. I am so sorry. And that might earn you brownie points through sympathy alone. That I could see. I can't see a world where they would be like, oh, we're not going to accept you. Unless she does mean it in a positive way. I'm not actually sure. Let me progress the dialogue. We'll never know.
Probably a normal reaction for now, but they'll see soon enough.
If she meant it in a negative way, as in like it might decrease her chances, then I don't see that at all. But if she meant it in a positive way, then I can see that.
If we can take care of 2 or 3 famous guys, people will have to believe we exist.
So about those big shots, we don't have any leads yet, right? Plus, there's that rumor about you two threatening Kamoshida, too.
Looks like you'll just have to live a normal, honest school life for the time being.
Oh no, the horror.
Still, make sure you stay prepared just in case anything comes up, alright?
What, like random teachers throwing chalk at us?
I'll keep an eye out for info on any big shots that might be coming around.
And I'll try to dig up some dirt online.
We went and formed the Phantom Thieves group, but we can't even find a target.
There.
I guess sometimes things just don't go the way we want them to.
Can't be that hard to find some corrupt asshole doing things. Doing malevolent things.
Excuse me. Did you wish to see me, Principal Kobayakawa?
You saw the state Kamoshida-kun was in, didn't you? It's as if his personality has completely changed. Something is definitely wrong here.
No, everything is completely right here. Everything he did is true. Everything he said it is true.
From what I've heard, it appears as though some students were meddling in his business. If they did something to him, who could they be?
Riddle me this. What do you think we did? Like, genuine question. So, obviously we know that we did actually go to the metaverse dimension and steal his heart. But if you live in this world as just your average everyday person, and you hear that situation, what is your immediate assumption? Because if I were, to be transparent, I don't know that I can honestly say what I would think in the moment, because even with all the knowledge we have now, I don't think I'll ever be able to give a properly 100% accurate answer as to what my immediate thought would be if I were in this world with no context. But knowing me and knowing who I am, I think my first thought would be like, yeah, I mean, makes sense. He just finally snapped, you know? He did all those horrible things for years, and then his guilt finally caught up to him, and he finally just had a mental breakdown, and he snapped, and he confessed. That makes sense. And if someone asked me, don't you think it's a little weird for him to just do it all of a sudden out of the blue? I would say, I would think about it for a second, I'd be like, I guess, but then I would also remember, oh wait, the girl tried to commit suicide because of what he did. That might have an effect on a person's mental health. I don't know. That might do something to your psyche. That might snap you back to reality. So I don't know that I would have any reason, based on what's happened here, to think, something hinky's going on here. I think I would just say, oh, yeah, that tracks logically. So I don't know what the principal thinks we did. Like, if you're him... So, actually, no. Let's assume that he doesn't believe... Let's assume he doesn't think it's reasonable at all for him to have a mental breakdown and for him to confess. If he thinks that that's unreasonable, what does he think we did? Like, genuinely, what do you think happened? What events do you think occurred? Because, remember, they don't know about the metaverse. What do they think we did to him to cause him to confess?
Are you saying that these students may have caused Mr. Kamoshida to change?
That is what I wish to know. Even if it takes some probing into student matters, I would like you to look into this for me.
It is true that there are many rumors regarding Mr. Kamoshida. Do you mean all of this talk about those phantom thieves?
It is undeniable that Mr. Kamoshida has changed in some way. I'd like to have a grasp of the cause.
As if the idea of a mental breakdown and your guilt finally catching up to you is just an unfathomable concept.
I shall also ensure that I handle the mass media and police in the correct fashion.
Oh.
I will continue speaking to Mr. Kamoshida myself. Unless you find whomever did this, these irresponsible rumors will likely never die down. Don't you agree? You have been at the top of your class since day one. Your conduct is good, and teachers favor you. I could write you a recommendation for any college of your choosing, Makoto Nishida.
Oh, what are the odds? Of course. Of course. Of all the names, of all the people in the world that are going to be fighting against us, as if this could not be any more poetically freaking poignant, the person who's going to be standing against us in our battle as the Phantom Thieves is someone whose name is Makoto. because it's like poetry. You can't make this up.
Thank you.
Your lineage must certainly play a part in this excellence. Your sister is still young, yet she holds an admirable position at the public prosecutor's office, no?
Oh, does she now? Oh, does she now?
That wouldn't reflect very well on your sister. Do you understand?
Yes.
Why is every adult in the school just the absolute worst?
How wise. It's no wonder you're our student council president.
Yes.
Missed that last one. Appreciate if you look into this as soon as possible. Oh my god, you just...
If you'll excuse me then.
It's me, sir. My apologies for troubling you at such a busy time. Yes, it's about the matter we discussed earlier. I have all bases covered. The investigation will begin immediately. Of course. Yes, I will get results. I should be able to update you soon. Well then, I must be going. Thank you very much for your time.
Don't like that. Don't like that at all. The police are really here. Saw them at the entrance. Saw them too. They were talking to the teachers. The change of heart thing is seriously amazing, huh? Well, they don't find out we were responsible. Literally what... I don't really... We really shouldn't have anything to worry about. Because there's nothing that we did that they could possibly prove. Like, what we did is we traveled to a different dimension and we defeated a bunch of shadow monster things, and then we stole a comically oversized crown, and then made off with his medal, and stole his heart. None of that is anything they can prove. Literally none of it. There's nothing we did that they could track logically. I don't understand what the people in this world think we did. Pretty sure we find there's no proof it was us. You should sound sure of yourself, but I mean, haven't rumors been going around about how you guys threatened Kamoshida? Yeah, but we literally didn't do that. So, yeah, like, this world, Kamoshida doesn't know anything that happened. We did what was right. Don't go freaking out over some label. I guess it's true. I really can't wait till I keep living this double life. Alright, we're gonna be counting on you.
Hey, are you listening?
No, actually, I'm not. I don't care about you at all. So you listen when someone's talking to you, you're not feeling murderous intent. Don't throw chalk me. Ha! Ha ha! Didn't get me this time. Na 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 na. You can't hit me. Ha ha! That's what you get, buddy. Yeah, nice try. See, the last time you tried to pull that bullshit, it clocked me square in the head, but I've learned. I've wised up since last time. I've learned to dodge the chalk. Ah, not this time, buddy. See, I learned your tricks. I've learned that at this school, your only recourse to student behavior is to throw chalk at their face. So I've learned to dodge it. You're quick, but I'm much faster. Ha 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 ha! Nice try, buddy. Well, whatever. Move it. That's like a line from one of my videos. Whatever. Moving on. Ooh, you got the entire class's attention. Your charm is definitely increased. I dodged a piece of chalk and now I'm more charming. Great. I'll take it. I didn't do anything. It's not like that was a quick time event where I had to push a button to dodge it. The game just did it for me. So, thanks. I'll take it. Hey. Hello. How you doing?
Seen that Phantom Aficionado website?
Yeah, totally crazy. What's hell all about? I said, what? I've heard of it.
I'm the one who started it. You guys are the Phantom Thieves, aren't you? Sorry. Although, if things really are as I think, I should keep it a secret. Kamoshida used me, and I did some horrible things to you guys. This isn't much of a way for me to apologize for. But if there's anything I can do to help, just let me know.
Can we recruit Mishima into our team? Can he become one of the party members?
I'm glad to hear that.
It's not just Kamoshida. There are tons of evil adults out there.
Oh, really? I hadn't noticed.
I'm sure the Phantom Thieves will do something. They can't let this end after just one target. That's why I wanted to make a forum where people could post their problems. There are probably a lot of people who have high hopes for the Phantom Thieves' next move. So, I've also implemented an anonymous poll on the site. Do you believe in the Phantom Thieves or not?
And the answer is a resounding no.
I want to work on this forum so eventually it'll be packed with tons of supportive posts. I'd really like to help out in the Phantom Thieves' acts of justice. Can I, please?
Sure. We'll recruit you into the Justice Aces.
Promise.
I sense abundantly high expectations from Mishima. Oh, and we're going back to the future again. By the way, I think we're gonna wrap up the episode after this day. Like after Thursday ends, oh sorry, not Thursday. It's Friday. It's May 6th Friday. After Friday ends, we'll wrap things up and then we'll call it a day.
Besides the public's reaction to your group, there were others who supported you. Someone who enthusiastically cheered the Phantom Thieves on. Perhaps they were quite close. What do you have to say to that?
Oh, not again. No, not again. No, I swear to God, this. Every time. I am thou art I. Thou hast acquired a new vow. Thanks. We have a new confidant. Neato. You've unlocked the Moon Confidant. Fusing personas of the Moon Arcana will grant you XP due to Arcana Bursts. You can sense Mishima's support. Alrighty, cool. A new party member. Well, maybe not a new party member, but you know what I mean. See you around. Maybe one day I'll see you in a palace. I love that the cat is just there in every scene and no one cares.
Jeez. It was a little awkward trying to figure out when to walk over here.
So that forum is Mishima-kun's.
Has he figured out our identities?
Even so, I think it'll be fine. He seemed to be playing it cool.
I guess we should have a little chat about this later.
I will say, though, a forum where people can post problems may prove unexpectedly useful.
Anyways, we gotta get looking for a new target.
And we need to stay sharp until we manage to find one. Once we do, we'll have to head into another palace. So we should prep our equipment and...
I think we're well ahead of the curve on that one, in terms of prepping our equipment.
Don't we have an exam coming up?
What?
Judging by that reaction...
If we have to, I swear to God, if we have to take an exam in this goddamn game, if we have to sit in a classroom and take a goddamn exam, alright, here's a rant. The game's Persona 5 did a Persona 5 thing and it awakened a pet peeve. Here we go. You want to know something that I never ever understood? So I don't know how it was like when you guys were in school, but something, or maybe some of you are still in school right now, but something that has always bugged me since the first exam I ever took, was the thing that always bothered me, and thankfully this doesn't really bother, so. When it comes to college classes nowadays, like in college classes, for me, what happens, because now it's all asynchronous now, you can just, and you're all linked up via Zoom or whatever, you can always leave, when you're done, you say, hey, I'm done, and then they say, alright, submit it to the Dropbox, whatever, and then you can leave. So, it's nice now, but back when I was in middle school and high school, what would always happen, and it always pissed me off, and I never understood it, is the thing where you all have to, if you finish your exam, you all have to stay in the goddamn room until everybody, even if you finish after 20 minutes and it's a 2-hour-long exam, you gotta stay until the very end of the 2 hours, which is infuriating because it's like I've run through the whole thing, I checked my answers, I know I've done the best I possibly can. Why do I have to sit here? I don't understand. It always pissed me off. The fact that you would finish super early and then have nothing to do, nothing to stimulate your brain for the remaining series of time. And you may think, because the obvious, I guess, rebuttal would be, oh, it's to make sure that no one can take the test early, leave the room, and then text to someone else inside the room the answers. Which, A, that's not a counter, because if someone wants to text answers to someone else, someone in that room still has to have their phone to receive the answers. So someone's still going to be checking their phone mid-exam, meaning that they're going to be just as suspicious as the person who sends it. So it doesn't matter whether you're in the room or not, it's still going to be suspicious. But B, at least the way it worked in my high school, is you had to stay in the exam room for 2 hours, and then they gave you an extra hour and then after 2 hours you could leave if you finished, which at that point almost everybody left. But if you needed extra time, you were given an extra hour to finish up the exam. Meaning that that excuse doesn't work anymore because you can leave at the 2-hour mark and then you can communicate the information to people inside the classroom. So it's like, I don't understand what the defense is. Because, like, the idea of saying, oh, then, if you leave early, then you can just help someone cheat on the exam doesn't make any sense either. Because you could just extend that same logic to what happens if you could extend this, you could extend the same logic to the extra time you have to wait. But also, even within the time frame, it doesn't work, because someone still has to check the... I hate it. I hated it because I always finished early. I was always early with I always an early finisher with my tests, and then you would just sit there and do nothing to stimulate your brain for the remaining time. So I swear to God, if I have to sit here in this goddamn classroom and take an exam in this game, I'm gonna break something. I swear to God, no. Jesus Christ. Oh, pain. Oh, me pain.
It's not like you're any better. All you're good at is English.
I'd rather that than be bad at every subject.
Even your Japanese is questionable at best, Ryuji.
What's questionable is whether you're really even a human. Good comeback, huh?
Let's discuss this with our fists.
You're a cat. You lose. You're a cat.
You two stop it.
Literally a cat.
Okay.
Let's not draw any attention to ourselves till we find our next target. Don't forget to study, though I'm not getting blamed if your grades start dropping. What to do between targets? There are various things to do around the city before your next target. Try listening to rumors, visiting different locations, touch to meet someone who has new information. To be in relationships. Yep, so basically everything we're already doing, okay? So, I could end things here. Actually, I think I'm gonna end things here. I think we've been going for a while, so I think we're gonna wrap things up right here, just because we've been going for a while at this point. Then we'll pick things up tomorrow, and we'll finish up, we'll finish up this day, and we'll keep on moving. So yeah, I really like this, the group of the Phantom Thieves kind of thing, where it's like we're a ragtag group of heroes who go around avenging people and like bringing down corrupt individuals. I really like this idea. This mix of sort of super secret undercover hero work mixed with the individual, just the day-to-day livelihood we have with school and all that. I really like this balance. This is working really well. This is awesome so far. I'm still not a fan of the nightmare sequences or whatever, but other than that, this has been a blast. So, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for next time to catch you all tomorrow for some more Persona 5 Royal. Goodbye.